Confidence can make you a champion, but certainty can destroy you. The moment you believe you're untouchable, reality starts sharpening its knife. This isn't about MMA, it's about careers, relationships, fitness, entrepreneurship, life. Ilia Topuria wasn't just confident. He created an identity around never failing. Every prediction, every interview, every piece of trash talk reinforced, I don't lose. But Stoicism teaches something radically different. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The Stoics never believed they controlled outcomes. They only controlled preparation. There's a huge difference. For example, in modern society, when an entrepreneur says, "My startup cannot fail," versus "My job is to simply execute today," one is attached to outcomes, the other is attached to process. I thought I had everything figured out. 6-figure salary, product management career, plans for the future. One meeting changed everything. I walked out unemployed. For weeks, I kept asking, why me? But Stoicism asks a different question. Now what? History remembers the victories, but character is revealed in the collapse. In a matter of minutes, the image of an unstoppable champion shattered. The man who promised he couldn't be beaten sat defeated, staring into the void as the world watched in disbelief. But this isn't a story about fighting. It's about every ambitious person who secretly believes they're immune to failure. The entrepreneur convinced their business cannot fail. The executive who thinks they'll never be laid off. The athlete who believes they're invincible. The student who has never tasted defeat. Because the most dangerous lie you can tell yourself is not, "I'm not good enough." It's "Nothing can stop me." The Stoics warned us about this over 2,000 years ago. They believed that attaching your identity to success creates a fragile ego, one that reality is guaranteed to break. And when life eventually tears up the script you've written for yourself, you have two choices. You can let your confidence die, or you can rediscover something far more powerful than confidence: resilience. Today, we're breaking down the hidden danger of flawless confidence and why your greatest setback might be the only thing standing between you and becoming truly unstoppable. Ilia Topuria is a mystical modern fighter. Kings had for their entertainment fights set up. This is the legend of the ancient gladiators. I have actually never seen the movie Gladiator. I've always been very curious about what it would be like to be an ancient Roman gladiator. What would it be like to exist in a time where savagery was normalized, where people would be forced to fight each other in front of their great leader? But wait a second. Just a few days ago, there was a UFC fight card at the White House in front of our president, Donald Trump. Now, I actually became an MMA fan a couple of years ago. We are repeating history. We had a brutal show of violence between Ilia Topuria and Justin Gaethje. Ilia Topuria is a fighter who lived by the law of attraction. He lived by a philosophy so powerful that a lot of people hadn't even seen him as the underdog. Heading into the UFC fight, Ilia Topuria was actually a favorite. Yesterday, Topuria looked invincible. Today, everyone is asking the same questions. How does someone so confident fall apart? The answer isn't fighting, it's psychology. And it's the same trap that destroys careers, relationships, and businesses. Part 1. Confidence versus certainty. A great YouTuber once said that confidence isn't about believing you'll win. It is about believing you'll be okay even if you don't. Stoicism agrees. Marcus Aurelius never promised himself victory. He promised himself composure. The moment your identity becomes "I can't lose," you've already lost. This is exactly what happened to Ilia Topuria as he got violently beat up by Justin Gaethje, and we saw a brutal side of maybe the lives of gladiators and the lives of modern day gladiators who exemplify Stoicism every time they have to step into this cage. The Stoic secret. The Stoics practiced failure before it happened. Imagine losing your job, your money, your reputation, not because you're pessimistic, because when it actually happens, you are prepared. As Seneca wrote, he who has anticipated trouble takes away its power. Ilia Topuria is a very confident fighter, and he believed in the law of attraction. He believed in manifesting a given outcome and visualizing this even before it happens. This is why he celebrated before every fight. He celebrated a victory before every single fight. But in this case, Ilia Topuria lacked in his preparation. Had he done negative visualization, which is a key Stoic technique that has been passed down over decades and eons, Ilia would have probably changed his mental preparation. Instead of envisioning the ideal future, he would have envisioned the worst things that Justin Gaethje could have done to him, how badly he could have defeated him in the art of martial arts. And if he did that, if he was fully prepared with that outcome and then accepted it, now I don't know Ilia, he might have already done this, but this would have better prepared him for the spectacle that was the very latest UFC fight at the White House. Part 4. The bounce back. When life humbles you, don't rebuild your identity, rebuild your routine. Go to the gym, apply for one job, call one friend, journal one page. Momentum beats motivation every single time. This is exactly what Ilia needs to do. He has probably suffered grievous injuries, similar to or even worse than what the ancient gladiators suffered. But the bounce back for Ilia is going to be hard. He's gonna need to rely on a lot of resilience. He's gonna have to piece together his mental confidence. He's gonna have to rebuild his body. He's gonna have to rebuild his spirit and his psyche. And it's gonna be extremely interesting to watch. While I am a UFC fan and I am an MMA fan, I'm also a fan of the human spirit. And I believe what Ilia Topuria suffered in front of the world stage is a lesson to everyone. For the thinking man and woman, right now, we can learn from someone's failure at the highest level. Whether this is an interview, whether this is a speech that you're gonna give, or an uncomfortable job that you're gonna take on, I'm gonna leave you with one thought. How the hell are you gonna armor your mind? And how the hell are you gonna prepare for the worst possible outcome? Because once you do that, you have power, my friend. Thank you for watching and see you at the top. Peace.